Hi, welcome back to another episode of Standing on Guard, live from Parliament Hill. All the answers to question period from your host, David Crayden, where you're going to hear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We're going to open again. We're going to try to do this every day now before question period proper begins, so you don't have to listen to all those member statements and we can still stay engaged. We're going to talk about some of the main stories of the day and what we're probably going to hear in question period. Seemed to work rather well yesterday, and I appreciate so many people commenting on it. And of course, we talked about Stephen Guilbeault yesterday, did we not? And some of the crazy things he's been saying about roads. And what comes up in question period yesterday predominantly was the ad scam. Oh, there I go again, saying ad because I remember the Chrétien years. Arrive scam or arrive can. The cost overruns, how a bunch of people made $250 million off of this scam. But let's have a look at what Guilbeault, Stephen Guilbeault, our blessed Minister of the Environment and Climate Change, has actually been saying about so many issues here. It's really quite incredible. This is from the Montreal Gazette. Again, and he said the Liberal government has committed $30 billion to develop public transit since 2016 and has announced the country's first recurrent financing program for public transit projects, which will provide $3 billion per year for projects starting in 2026. The Liberal government also introduced an active transportation fund in 2021, investing, quotation marks, $400 million into projects that encourage walking, cycling, and the use of wheelchairs, scooters and bikes, rollerblades, snowshoes, and cross-country skis. You can't make this up. Projects funded included multi-use pathways, bike lanes, footbridges, across roadways, new lighting, signage, and communication that encourages active transportation. Okay, how nice. So look it. I don't exactly live downtown Ottawa, so if I want to get to Parliament Hill, like I usually do, I say the road isn't open. I'm supposed to snowshoe to work. Yeah, in February, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be taking my bike. Guilbeault claims to be riding his bike. I read this today. 12 months of the year in Montreal. Bull crap. He's getting chauffeured everywhere. I mean, how do people buy into this? I mean, I just find it amazing that anybody would believe this. Now, Guilbeault, is he gone rogue? That's the question. Is he gone rogue, or is he just opening his mouth too soon? Because when he talked about we're not building any more, and he says my government, our government, is not going to build any more roads. Flat. He said that. The next day, of course, he's backing up. He's in the damage control mode. He's pretending he didn't say it. He said, well, what I really said was large project. No, you didn't really say that. You said all roads. Somebody got to him the night before, like I said. Was it Trudeau? I doubt it. Was it the president of the Liberal Party? Yeah, maybe. Was it the donors who said, hey, socialist, shut your mouth. You're scaring the money away. So I think that's what happened. But I think Guilbeault simply let the news out of the bag before Trudeau was prepared to announce that. They've already said they want to ban the gasoline motor, the combustion engine. They've already said that. They want to ban that. So why not ban roads? That's next. That's next, yes. So it is a frightening prospect. And I don't believe Guilbeault has gone rogue. I just think he opened his mouth because he's pretty stupid. He's not a very smart guy. He's crazy, and he says things very recklessly and irresponsibly, and I am sure he said this without thinking. But I think it represents the policies of Justin Trudeau, the Trudeau government, and the Liberal Party right now. No question about it. I love what Danielle Smith said in response to this. So true. So true, because she says, Guilbeault wants municipalities to stop building roads and urges people to walk. Well, what are we supposed to do? Does he want us to walk in the snow to work 10 kilometers? And she says, She says, basically, get back to reality, minister, or get out of cabinet. That's what she didn't say that, but she should be saying that. The guy needs to go. He is completely erratic, unhinged. And the crap he comes out with, let's listen again to what this guy said recently, because it's very, very important.
35. This includes the interim goals along the way, beginning with 20% of all new vehicle sales be EVs by 2026. It ensures Canadians have access to our fair share of the global supply of these vehicles. Also help Canadians with the cost of living. Get on board. That would be my message.
There will be limitations on how much natural gas you can use.
Yes, absolutely. That's what fighting climate change looks like. Limiting the amount of fossil fuels we're using. And we're doing that in the transportation sector. We're doing that in the cement sector. We're doing that in the steel and aluminum sector. We're also doing it in the electricity sector, and we're doing it in the oil and gas sector.
Yeah, we can all starve, we can all freeze. That's the plan from Stephen Guilbeault. So if you don't think the Liberal government is also committed to stopping roads, think again. Here's Trudeau's Canada right now. Or this is how Trudeau's Canada is going to look. No roads, no housing, no gas stoves, pipelines, no combustion engine, no natural gas to heat homes, no fertilizer for farmers, electricity cap, oil and gas cap, and you can go to jail. And this isn't their bill, but you watch, they might support this crazy bill from Charlie Angus that makes it illegal, criminally illegal, to promote the fossil fuel industry. And you can go to jail if this bill passes for talking about oil and gas in a positive way. This is absolutely crazy. And did you know Quebec, the province, not the city, the province of Quebec, has shut down wood fires? And of course, there's a carbon tax. That's the foundation of Trudeau's Canada. So we're going to go to question period now. Thanks for coming in.
Radical minister made it very clear that this Liberal government will no longer allow funding to go towards building roads. And it's no surprise that a guy that scaled the CN Tower or climbed on top of a premier's roof would come up with an extreme policy like building no more roads in this country. We need a strong road network to move our goods, to get our kids to school, and to get our workers to their jobs. So when will the Prime Minister condemn this radical policy from his extremist environment minister and stop punishing Canadians who need to drive their cars?
Guilbeault is invisible today. He opened his mouth and he spoke what he knows is government policy, and they're all running from it now.
More slogans. And you know why it's a slogan, Mr. Speaker? Because there's no sincerity. And there's no sincerity because they want to cut funding to cities. They want to cut funding to towns. Every time
read that name. It's the first and last time you'll probably see it in the House.
And provinces are there with us. They've stood in the way of that. I've given examples here today. The Gordie Howe Bridge in my province. I just gave an example from his province. He's let down his constituents in the approach that he's taken.
These people are such frauds.
Hi, this is David Crayden from Crayden's Right and Stand on Guard. Join the resistance. Resolve to resist. Become a member of this station. I've been practicing journalism in one form or another for over 30 years. I've worked in print, radio, and television for a lot of prestigious publications and media outlets. I was an Armed Forces Public Affairs officer. I worked on Parliament Hill. I know how Ottawa works, and I know how corrupt federal government can be. But you can play a part in opposing Justin Trudeau's government and Justin Trudeau's plans for Canada. You can become a part of the Crayden's Right resistance. Now, I urge you today, please support this station in any way you can. Ring that bell, subscribe, because that ensures you're at least going to continue to be able to watch these episodes. You'll beat the algorithm. But more importantly, I need your financial support. I hate to ask, but that's what I'm doing. I made a decision to pursue independent media because I believed it was the best possible route for me to take as a journalist and as a concerned citizen of Canada. So you can become a part of that. And at only $5, you can become a part of that on YouTube, on Substack, and with Buy Me a Coffee, a one-time donation. But I need your support. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. If you've already done that, if you're already supporting the station, thank you. But if you haven't, make that decision today